Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the Penny Bloom podcast. Today, we continue Rebellion's Bloom, our coverage of the third and final season of The Bad Batch. And this week is season 3, episode 9, titled Harbinger. I'm Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And we got another goodie. We got another
Mm,
goodie under our belt. Very important one, it felt like.
mm-hmm.
you know. Um, some big
Yeah.
things happening, big face returning.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to just a classic feeling here for Star Wars. I don't know. There's something about it that I feel like I'm just like this is one of my favorite Star Wars things. You know.
the the trope of just the Jedi training, just to see
That's why I
anyone.
got this one over here.
Uh,
That's why I got right here. That's why I got the Last Jedi here
yeah.
because that's my favorite training sequence in the entire
Oh,
saga.
dude, no, it's so nice. I'm always one to want to try to meditate and like everything afterwards. And I've never committed. But this morning I was up early and I was like, you know what? I have no idea how to even do this or how to go about it. I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna dedicate 10 minutes.
Hmm.
I've never done it before. I'm just gonna do it in my own way, how I think it
Hmm.
could be done, and then I'm going to look and do research and see how wrong I am, eventually. But I don't know. It was nice just to just not have anything at all for 10 minutes, and it was because of this episode that kind of I don't know pushed me to go there. Asajj, just being, just the classic Jedi trope of, Omega being impatient and being like, oh, what's the point of all of this? This is all dumb, or like, but I don't know, she had still a good humbleness to her still. I thought they balanced it really well with Omega, with
No, yeah,
her
it's
training.
always interesting to see the reception of the tenants and the trainings by the trainee,
Mm-hmm.
because I agree they do maintain a certain humbleness about her, but I do think it's like it's almost self-deprecating. Like this, it's not me, Like I
Mm-hmm.
want it to be, sure, but it's not. It can't be. It's just not what I'm made for. Da, 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 da. And I feel like that comes through to a degree with Omega there, and I really loved it. I thought that the music was beautiful. Again, the return of Asajj Ventress was
Mm.
extremely fulfilling. Um,
Yeah, a little bit of I don't know. She was toying with them there, man. She was just I look man in this choreography. Like, whoa, was it actually just really good? Like I'm
Mhm.
really surprised by the fights this season. Specifically, whoever Shadow Clone Trooper is versus Crosshair on the
Yeah.
waterfall. That fight was really awesome. And then this one, um, you know,
Feel like we just don't get it's because we're getting hand-to-hand combat, which I don't think
hmm
we get a lot of beyond
this
this.
this felt I don't know, felt they choreographed this in real life. Like this was they had real people go through these motions and sort of work it. I don't know because it felt just sort of um Maul and Ahsoka Clone Wars season 7 esque of like whenever they did the mocap and everything and like they kind of
Mm.
blended the real with animation and like I kind of got that same feeling a little bit of like how smooth it was at some points where like it was clearly not real in animation, like Asajj just doing Asajj things, but then like some movements where it just I don't know, it felt like they choreographed it all and might have been mocapping, I don't know, but um, maybe that's just how good
Oh, yeah,
animation
even
is.
with, and I don't know how the technology's evolved in the few years since the Clone Wars, season 7, but even that, it's hardly a blend of mocap. Mocap ended up being the inspiration for what they animated.
Mm,
They didn't really end
okay,
up using a
that
whole lot
makes
of it.
sense, I
But
guess.
but I agree with the idea of, like, mapping out the fight, and I
Mm-hmm.
mean, because that's important to see, Like, it's not like, I have faith that the animators are fully capable of mapping out a fight if they need to, but, like, I gotta imagine it is easier if you see the fight unfold the way you want it
Mm-hmm.
choreographed, and then you can kinda
Yeah,
mock that to a
I guess
degree.
it could have just
Um
been a literal just couple people like filming on a cell phone just to get. I don't know.
Mhm.
I guess it might not have
Exactly,
been
just get a
anything
feel.
grand
No, but I
or
mean, like, that's the
super.
thing though, is
Yeah.
that, like, that's how it feels, is that it feels so real, but so elevated, and that's the advantage that animation gives you, you know? Like, you do get to do crazy things that can't happen in real life and make them look smooth and
Mm,
real because it's not real, you know?
yeah.
It's animated, and I think that this is one of those episodes that really, really pays dividends because it's animated, you know? We
Yeah.
got similar moments. Like, I think a good comparison for this episode for the live action versus animation debate is like the Ahsoka series. Like, we literally get a moment in this that we get in the Ahsoka series with the giant fucking Purrgil. But and that moment was good in Ahsoka, and you know, like it's epic, it's cool. One of my favorite moments of that show, really. But this is a really good example of how much better a moment
Mm.
like that can look. You know, like I thought that like I loved that moment, but it wasn't because it was good looking. It was like in spite of the fact that it looked like that. You know.
No, and yeah, this show just looks it. Every episode, I'm just taken back. I'm just like, I start it, and I just don't know why. I don't expect it to be like as good as it is now, but I'm just like, God damn, how do they make this look so good every time?
Mhm.
And
Dude, the
and
shot of Asajj like reaching out and touching the giant fucking
yeah,
kaiju
what do we want to
monster,
what is I love just we're
big
getting
crab.
creatures,
Yeah,
just they don't give a fuck anymore. They're just like, we're in Star Wars, it doesn't matter, there's so many planets, anything can exist. And
the tentacled crab.
I
I don't
think
know what the fuck he
I
is.
was more I'm focusing on more of like the Empire's got something going on with these creatures, and I'm thinking it's like a story element. It might just be just like, fuck it, monster to make cool conflict.
Mhm.
And that might just be it. But I don't know. I still don't think we're done there. I think them just appearing is, I don't know. Maybe the green ooze got me uh interested.
Mhm.
Like the fish were kind
Yeah, the
of glowing with
toxic
the green
waste,
ooze,
you
but
know?
then it
Yeah.
had it like it obviously was eating it as well. But then what was it like? Do we see where like the source of that would have been, or was that just the
No.
fish? Maybe was that just the idea that the fish, like, is it toxic, or was it just that the thing
Well,
ate
I don't
those
know that it's
fish
toxic,
were
but it's
there? It
definitely
seemed like it,
radiated.
right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It didn't seem natural, at least. But those fish at least were, I don't know. It might just be that those fish glow, and that's what it looks like when you eat those fish. But
Yeah, I'm like,
uh,
because it's on Pabu,
yeah, true.
I have less faith that it's a Empire thing going on.
Damn, Asajj just found Pabu straight up.
Yeah.
She said she has her ways. Maybe I don't know. Could she feel Omega through the Force, and she just knows, like she knew, but I guess in my head, the ending of this episode leads me to believe that Asajj knows that Omega has potential. She is telling
Mhm.
Omega no to decrease the to try to make her not believe that she has potential to decrease the target on her back.
Right.
Am I reading that right? Because
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. I think the other part of it is that she, um, like what she tells Crosshair and Hunter immediately after. It's
that's
like,
why. Yeah, it's like
yeah,
Omega.
it's
She
like,
says no. Whatever. Like it's you didn't really like you don't have a high M count. Whatever. At least what I see. But then when Omega's gone, it's like you're in way more danger than you think. Like she is clearly important.
right. No, but
Um,
I'm saying that I think the reason she doesn't tell Omega is A, to not scare her, and to B, not tell her that if she wants to explore it, she has to abandon the only family she knows. Um,
Dude, that's also, yeah, I guess that's a huge part of it.
yeah,
Ooh.
I think that that's the most important part of
Oh
it when it comes
man.
to
Yeah,
not
cuz
telling Omega
cuz
specifically.
Hunter, they're like, "Well, that's not happening." They're
Yeah,
like, "Obviously." But like
it's not up to them. It's
if
kind
you
of what it's going to end up being.
dude, it's that I think that's what Identity Crisis might be. is like Omega having to decide if she wants to stay. Maybe, and is it truly that way? Does it have to be that way? Do you have to leave completely everything in order to
I
train in the
I think
way,
it's just a tactical choice. I don't think you have to.
It just is faster. It just is
Oh,
like
it's faster, and also, this is not a time to be training as a Jedi. We're in the early ages of the Empire. They hunt Jedi. They hunt, and if you have a bunch of uh, enemies of the Empire all in one place with a bunch of clones that are very
mm,
standout that
mhm.
everyone recognizes as soon as they come into the place, it's just not ideal to have them around if you want something private. Um,
I see.
it's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, wow. Man, yeah, no, I thought we'd get a little more to go on like Asajj, just how she came to be, or like just her in betweens of what we've gotten for her. But I actually kind of like how it's just kind of, I don't know. We
Yeah,
don't we
no, it's
don't we
very
don't know yet.
up to
Maybe
you.
maybe we will. Who knows? But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't anticipate her showing up again except for like maybe once to take Omega away.
Is that the end?
Yeah, I'm like that.
Just actually saying
I mean,
goodbye.
they set up the ending of this show better than they ever have before with this episode and those specific lines where she's
I
like, "She will have to leave you behind, and that will be it." You
How
know?
have I never like how have I not even thought of this as like an ending of the show? It's like, and maybe it's not the end. Maybe we do get like a Grogu sort of thing
Yeah,
where
maybe
we do
maybe
say
that is the
goodbye, but then, it's like a quick like holy shit. No. Like she goes off for a little bit, but she's like, it feels right, but it's not. Like, I don't know. It feels right, but not quite yet. Or yeah, I don't.
well.
Oh
The other thing for
shit.
me is that I just don't. I didn't. It's strange to me that Asajj is like she must. I don't think she would train her herself. I don't know. Maybe she would, but I'm just like, it just doesn't seem bright to be training Jedi at this time or training people in the Force. I feel like that's maybe it is safe to train people in the Force, just not as Jedi. Like maybe that is why Asajj is the perfect candidate. Um,
Cause like the Jedi, like I always kind of forget that like it's not Jedi and Sith. It's light and dark, really. Like the Jedi and the Sith are like cults, or
factions,
not cult. The Sith is a cult. Jedi is a cult. They're cults of the Force.
religions,
Like,
yeah,
yeah, or whatever. Like they are sects of the Force, not total
the Force
representations
itself.
of it. So, but it's just we use the term kind of Jedi as an overarching good
Yeah,
light side Force user. And like it
yeah.
does obviously, like, yes, the Empire wants to do anything they can to eradicate the Jedi, or any light side Force user. But like, if you're going to go through all the trouble, we know the path exists and it will exist. I guess no, it does by now. Uh, if you're gonna go through all that trouble, of hiding people, I guess maybe part of hiding is not tapping into the Force. I don't know. Maybe that is part of hiding. That is just
I'm
crucial.
like that because the Inquisitors are about. The Inquisitors look for people who use the Force, regardless of
That's
affiliation.
Asajj
Like that.
sees. I think that's why she says you're in more danger than you know. Is like she
Mhm.
has the potential. She's going to want to pursue this. She's going to want to train, and all that will do, she already has the target on her back, and Asajj
Mhm.
knows
It'll
that.
just
And
put a
it's like,
bigger target on
holy
my back.
shit, you're gonna have Inquisitors coming at you're going. It might not be we just want your blood now. It might be we want to kill you. Now it's I don't know it.
I'm assuming Inquisitors are about by now. I mean,
So I don't know. Is there ambiguity between why, I guess there still always has been why Omega is the one to work. Why her blood works
Mm-hmm.
specifically. Asajj saying, you don't really show that much potential. You do, but like is her M count high? Is that the only thing that really is mattering here? I hope we get an explanation for that. It seems that it's a pretty crucial part of the
No, I'm
story here.
assuming we will. I think that they
Um,
purposefully, obviously, lie about what her deal is. Like they purposefully make it so that you are not sure whether or not she has an high M count because Crosshair goes, "You're lying," and she goes, "What about?" And Hunter's like,
hmm
"I don't know. You tell us." Like they're not even
Yeah,
specifically like about the M count thing. They're just kind of like,
that's
"I don't know. You're lying about something," you
that's
know.
true. And
So
Asajj even said it herself. She was like, "Well, the Kaminoans made millions of you. I guess it's like possible." She's like, "I guess
mhm.
it could just be a numbers thing." Omega just seems too specific, and maybe that's because she was that one in a million, and the Kaminoans knew that, and they just tested, and they're like, okay, well, your M count's crazy, and
I'm imagining
whatever.
that's
But
something where they would have been able to track while they're in their like incubation chamber too, which is
yeah, so do you think it was just like something that they do just keep track of, and they're like, whoa, you're off the charts, we'll keep track of you, or was it like pre-planned, like before Omega's creation? They're like, we are specifically gearing towards this.
to be
Um,
honest, I don't think we'll. I mean,
because Nala says she's still alive. We
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have, we still no check in with Hemlock again at Tantus, which was interesting. Um, no, and I don't think her future's very bright. She's definitely
No,
just
I
Hemlock's
mean,
prisoner, and I'm assuming we will see her die this
yeah,
season.
we're gonna see her killed up
Damn, is that
front.
the last Kaminoan? Like she's actually is she the
I
last?
mean, there's no real telling. It's a big galaxy. They
Oh,
weren't all on Camino when it
yeah,
happened, you know,
true.
like
I guess that was just one. Well, that was the only. Is that
that
just a
was
major
Camino.
city on Camino, or was
Yeah.
that just all of Camino? Like that was the only
It's a focus
base?
city, so I'm imagining there's more to Camino, but
Hmm.
regardless, like it's just
The
it's a big
cloning
galaxy. There
facility,
can
I
be anybody.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Dunzo. But wow,
It's also
um,
literally their bag is
that
creating
was
more of them.
that's their main export. I get a weird way to think about it, but like
No, but that is, yeah,
that's their
that's
main
their thing.
trade. Um,
But
man, yeah.
yeah, no, when it comes to the origins of Omega, I imagine we'll get a little light shined on whether or not she was intentional or not. But I mean, either way, I mean, what does that? We've always wondered that, but knowing that, what does it do?
Yeah.
What does it change, really? Like it doesn't change much. Regardless, either way, Nalase looked after her. Nalase tried to protect her, whether that was because she was intentional or they happened upon it. Either
I
way,
guess
she
it's
ended up protecting her.
how it applies to the Empire is what is where my mind's trying to go, is like whether it was in the plan to create force sensitive clones. It's was seen to be impossible, but they have seemed to have cracked that code. Maybe they got lucky. Maybe that was just it. But I don't know. I think Asajj, like, she says that she was like, I've never known there to be force sensitive clones. That's just
Mhm.
not a thing. And I think she was insane that like the way she said it, she was like, and clearly I'm wrong. Like clearly here's one right here. Like she's kind of, I don't know. Was that just to the batch? Was that after Omega left that she says that she says, I've never known there to be
No,
force sensitive
Omega's sitting
clones?
right there.
Okay, because I kind of remembered her saying it kind of like, I've never known there to be force sensitive clones, but like she didn't.
I took it more inquisitively, like I'm going to look into this. I've never known there to be force sensitive
That's
clones.
yeah.
What?
Like she's very
Yeah.
intrigued. At least, like at minimum, she's like, there is something going on here,
It's for
and
a free.
she was sent by Fennec, right? Fennec is
Yeah.
the one who sent her here. Fennec is the one who Nala say, like I don't know. Maybe there is something that is unknown that Fennec, Asajj, and Nala say know that we don't quite yet know. for whatever reason. I don't know what that could be. Maybe it.
I think Asajj would be out of that loop
Yeah, that
if
doesn't.
and I imagine Fennec would be out of that loop too. I think
So,
that these are cards that Nala Se would keep pretty close to the vest.
okay.
She literally, it seemed like she literally only even told one other Kaminoan, and it was the Prime Minister, like the fucking head honcho of the Kaminoans. You know, like
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Harbinger, the bringer of truth, the bringer.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Asajj here. I think that's it was. I don't know, but I loved her new look. Um,
I do too.
the new
Good
look.
looking.
Same hilt. Is this?
Yeah, it looks
Just
like it.
one,
Looks like it.
one now.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, can't really remember what might
could
have happened to the other one. I know that
could be sick if Quinlan just
whenever,
got the other one. Maybe Quinlan I don't know, lost his somehow, and it's like, oh, I'll give you
yeah,
my other
that'd be
one, and
cool.
where I don't know.
Yeah,
But I have no idea how the story goes. I'm just trying. And again, I'm taking Quinlan to be like a surefire thing in here. But I mean, he was
yeah.
name
I'm like,
dropped,
I
right?
haven't read. He was name dropped in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
For the path
as
specifically, right?
again, unclear if it was just like Kinlan passed through the path
Ah, okay,
or
that's right.
helped create the path.
I need to watch
I'm
Obi-Wan again.
assuming since
Yeah.
he was force sensitive and everybody we see working with the path is not, probably passed through it. Maybe
Ah,
could have helped found it, but I don't think he actively searches for. I don't think force sensitives actively search for people to send through the path. Maybe they do at this time. Who knows? To get it up and running, and then eventually it becomes too dangerous, et cetera, et cetera. But uh,
wow.
yeah, it's I've never read Dark Disciple. I'm probably going to now as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Dark Disciple, how much it heeds that, if that's before or after this. I think it would be set after. I think this would be set after that, and Asajj dies in that book. So, when she says like I've still got a few lives left, I'm pretty sure that's the only
Yeah.
thing they tried to do to make it seem like she's died before and now she's back to life and
I've
she'll
got
die
many
again.
lives left, or yeah.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool. Um I'm hoping they dive into that. I think that was a line to kind of be like, we'll come back to that. Like,
Mm.
don't worry, we'll answer your questions on how on where Asajj, and I don't know. I would very much
Yeah,
like to.
I don't think so.
Oh man, I don't know. Really? Like, you think it's just for that one
I think it's a
episode?
way. I think it's a way to justify to people who have read the book why she's still here, and even that is a brush brush by explanation. So like, I mean, I could see there being more Asajj Ventures content somewhere else, but I don't think it'll be in the Bad Batch. Um,
Really? I don't know. I don't think she's
we
quite
just don't
done.
have much time left.
I think her knowing where Tantus is, it frightens me a whole lot. It really, really scares me that she knows where Tantus is.
Does she?
Um, or sorry, Pabu. Um,
Oh,
that she
okay.
knows where. I really hope that it's not used as leverage, or like it slips. I don't know. She's smart. She knows. I don't think she's just gonna go behind their back and be like, "Hey,
No, no,
here's
no,
their
no.
secret
I don't think.
haven." But like,
Yeah,
it's out there now. Like,
yeah. I think this makes it clear that Pabu's not well hidden. Like it's secluded, yes, but
how did she find them? What are her ways? Was oh, I think at the end of last episode, Finnick had like a tracker on them or something. Like, she said, like, I don't know. I'm pretty like, she was with Hunter and Wrecker for a whole mission. So who's to say she didn't put a little thing in their helmet, or whatever. I think she did say something about a tracker to Asajj or whoever, on the ship whenever she's
mm,
talking to, we don't know at the time, but Asajj and
yeah, I don't
I,
know. I don't know, but I
mhm.
I don't think that we'll I don't think we'll get an explanation as to how she found them. I think we'll just see someone else find Pabu,
So
and
you
it'll
think
become.
no more Asajj? Really? No more Asajj? Until you think like if she does return, it's like to take Omega. She's kind of the like maybe not the one to do her training, but
I could see
maybe
her coming back and helping, but I don't see us. A lot of the stuff we're discussing here would not come about naturally. It would be exposition heavy, and it's just not something they do. You know, like
I feel like Asajj. I feel like something might happen to where Asajj is looking out for her, and she gives some information in which she feels is safe enough to reveal that will benefit her a lot, and but it'll actually put the batch in a little bit of danger. She feels bad. She, maybe like Cad Bane is after them now, and
mm,
that we still have Cad Bane left. So, he's popping up somewhere. Maybe she comes in and she helps deal with Cad Bane with him. It's um, at the last moment or something I don't know of the sort. I feel like she. I don't know. I just that little send off with her didn't feel like we were done with her for the season to me. Um, I felt like there
and
was a little bit more.
I
Yeah.
invite it. I just no, I mean, like I said, I don't even know what that would be. I don't know to
Mm.
the extent that we would stick with her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if she's in more episodes, I'm not going much more.
Yeah, I guess it would just be like a one moment sort of thing. It wouldn't be anything big. No fee. I wanted. We were on Pabu. Like where? I guess I don't know. She's out doing stuff maybe. But come
Mhm.
on, give me fee. Dang it. I need more fee. Hey, yeah. What we were on episode 8, 9. Oh my
9,
God.
yeah, we only got 6 left: 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah.
We do got the double feature next week. So we will have double the content. So I'll be doubly expecting fee. It seems
Mm.
that we're staying on Pabu now, and we still don't really know where Tantus is. Echo is still.
I mean, I think they'll heed Asajj's warning, though. They're gonna get the fuck out of there. You know, she does say you can't stay here. You got to go. You
Fuck.
know,
Is
um,
Pabu. Dude. Is it only in danger because Omega is there? Maybe. Maybe that's the only.
I mean,
Yeah, I
there's
don't know. Or like
the
maybe because they
Empire's
are
not
there.
shy about destroying things that are important to certain characters. So, like, I could see them being in trouble, but uh, I mean, I also I don't know, man. I don't know. It would
What's
suck.
what's the green ooze with the monster? Like why include that? I feel like it's is was it just to give it more world building, just to
I
whatever
kind of
or
just kind of took it in stride. I didn't take that as a thing.
because like I was trying like I'm like I thought I remembered something later in the episode, but then I realized no, it was in episode 3 of X-Men 97. There's this
Mhm.
green ooze,
That's
toxic
funny.
ooze, like a Count Dracula sort of character that uses green ooze to I don't know as his
Oh,
science
yeah,
juice. Sinister or something like I don't know something
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Mister Sinister. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, and then I'm like, okay, no, yeah, not Star Wars whatsoever. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it is just to give the monster something else.
I think it
Um,
was to just give it another look, you know. But because there's a chance it's not even like the green fishies were glowing.
mm-hmm.
It eats those fish, and now it has that green stuff on its mouth, you know, because it was on its mouth. So I'm like, that's kind of as far as I go with it. I'm not even because again, it is Pabu. I think that if the Empire has already been here, it'd be a different fucking story, you know. I think that at least the people of Pabu would be aware of that. Um,
What wasn't it in the Death Star? Like the first the first one they had like just a giant kyber crystal. Was that a Rebels or a Clone Wars arc? No, I guess it couldn't be. Uh Rebels or Maybe it wasn't Rebels. No, I don't know. There was like a just a huge no, it blew up. It never actually got there. But I guess they
I mean,
needed
that's
it.
how the Death Star is.
They needed it. It was, I guess, like, but is it
Yeah, the Death
one in
Star's
there or
laser.
is it
No,
like
I
a
think it's a
shit
bunch
ton
of
of
kyber
them? Like
crystals.
they
It's
just
a
got
bunch.
a
Like
shit
they
ton of those.
mine kyber crystals. It's
Because I
not.
remember that
I
thing
don't.
was a chonker. It was not
Mm,
a one that they put in a lightsaber hill. That thing took up space in a ship.
right.
So I didn't
Right.
know if it was like, one of those is like one planet blow up, and then you throw in another one or whatever, or whatever, or if it's just kind of like an infinite. I mean, I guess they never run out. I don't know with the lights. I don't know,
I don't
but
know. I don't
maybe
know.
I was thinking maybe Pabu has one of those giant kyber
Mm.
crystals, but we've never seen ooze come out of a kyber crystal before. So yeah, that doesn't
Yeah. I
really
don't know.
make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is just
Uh,
green ooze. I think it's
I
just
think it's just. I think it's just a
fish
character
are
quirk.
fish are
Um.
glowing. Yep, fish
Yeah.
are glowing, and that thing ate them. I think that might be
Yeah. It's
all
so
I'll go
funny.
with.
I love the way. I love the different ways we watch stuff because the green ooze didn't even cross my
It
mind as
was just
being a
so
thing.
jarring compared to the rest of the creature design, though. It was like matte
I mean,
color,
I noticed it.
like
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 I for sure noticed it, but yeah, that's
yeah, but
hilarious.
I don't know. It was like completely different style.
Hmm.
I don't know. It just the monster had a very
It's very
mm,
unique. We've never seen anything like it on Pabu. So like
yeah, and
I
it's
completely
just
get where you're coming
it
from.
didn't match the monster at all, and that's it just stood out. But and again, I'm extra focused in on the creatures this season for whatever reason. I have
I mean,
some
they made it clear
some
very
attachment
early
there.
on that the Empire is testing on creatures and releasing them, and so like I mean, it makes sense. It's just I mean, like Pabu's just one little island on a bigger planet, so who knows?
What if it's only one little island because the planet is no longer it's just they flooded it. I don't know, like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe destroying planets can happen in many ways. Maybe the Empire has
See, but
already been
Pabu
here.
is Pabu is a civilization that seemingly would have informed the Bad Batch. Yeah, this once was a planet like a couple years ago, and then the Empire
Okay,
came up.
okay, this
Uh,
is true. Pabu, they've been around. This has been a safe
yeah,
haven for a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I guess that would be in memory probably if
yeah.
they
They're
were
like,
like,
if the Empire did it, because the Empire's like 2 years old max. Um,
okay,
they're like, we can forget about that detail. It's fine. We'll just
okay, yeah, that
one day Shep is talking to Hunter. He's like, you know what? I forgot to mention.
man, you guys, yeah, this crazy story. Someone brought it up the other day. Might be important for you guys to hear.
Completely forgot. Yeah.
Um, but okay,
It's like shit. That's why we get those floods and stuff. Damn, that seems important. No,
yeah, okay,
no.
okay.
So like, that's my thing is that I think Pabu has been out of the reach of the Empire, and therein it's the creatures and stuff are like maybe there
Yeah,
is something more there,
maybe.
like a character quirk about Pabu itself. Like maybe that is a resource that the Empire will become interested in, and that is why it's there,
Hmm.
and that's how like.
Maybe
But
they
I don't think
can.
it's anything that the Empire already has
Okay.
going on.
I was
You know.
thinking more bad, but maybe maybe thinking the good way. Maybe like these creatures cause the massive floods and tsunamis and stuff, not knowing it. It's just like when they travel, I don't know, and then like they
Right.
can Omega can connect, like she actually connects with them. Maybe that's her force moment, as she connects with something in nature and she connects and she's like, like hey, like you're causing so much damage to these people and we can be peaceful and maybe you can help but we can help you. I don't know,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
No, it was.
Uh,
It's an interesting episode, especially if they don't return to Omega's capabilities. I mean,
they have to.
yeah, I would
Dude,
imagine so. I can't imagine. Like, I mean, we've
nature
got 6 episodes left.
with nature, like it connect, like I don't know. I loved that and I think it's going to happen. Hunter is the guy, and we haven't been having really good moments with Hunter and Omega, and I think they're going to have a strong, maybe kind of um she will meditate. Crosshair's already trying to, maybe Hunter will be like, you know what? I'm done making fun. I'll just maybe join in with you guys. I don't know. Maybe like they'll kind of just all maybe try to train together. Maybe because Hunter, I think his biggest fear is Omega leaving, is Omega wanting to train and leave, and because that if it is her decision, he knows he's gonna have to let her go, even though he doesn't
Right.
want to, and maybe he'll try his best to be like, no, we can all train together, or I don't know, something. But maybe he just lets it alone. Maybe he just ignores it and sees what Omega does in the meantime.
Yeah, it seems yeah. It's tough to say where it'll go from here, you know.
I know.
I don't know where they go next. I don't know what's immediately pressing beyond getting off Pabu, you know, and the fact that we do have that double episode next week. Um, what is
Something's
it?
going
Identity
down.
crisis and point of no return.
Mm-hmm. Point of no return. Yeah, that's hmm. Identity crisis. It seems that it's Omega. Seemingly, that's the obvious choice. Um, I
I
would
mean, but
maybe the batch themselves. Maybe it's a clone thing. I think I said maybe something along the lines of it could be like a larger.
yeah, it could be a larger clone thing. I think we're a little too close to it for that to be the case. There'd have to be a lot of stuff next episode for it to be that. Like coming straight off this episode, Omega does make the most sense, you know. Um, she does. I mean, shit, we could again haven't read Dark Disciple, but if we're gonna go with the idea that Asajj Ventress is this isn't a one and done, maybe it's her, you know, like she has an identity crisis. Does she want to help
Mm,
herself or does she want to help Omega? She has to make a choice. She helps them, it's the point of no return, you know? She is officially an enemy of the Empire. She announces herself, point of no return, you know, like that could be really interesting.
yeah, I guess the
Wolf.
mere act of flashing a lightsaber somewhere
Ooh,
is
yeah,
kind of enough to be like, hey,
that could be
Jedi
what attracts
spotted.
people to Pabu. Yeah,
Yeah,
or
and
the Empire.
I guess it would have to be known though. Like it like you can't just like if Asajj she did flash her lightsaber on Pabu, it wasn't a cave. But like even if she flashed it in Pabu around all of those people, the Empire wouldn't find out because how's the word gonna get out? Of that there was a light. Everyone on Pabu stays on Pabu. Pretty much the word
They're pretty,
can't get out. But
yeah,
like if you're in the middle of Coruscant and that
yeah, different story.
yeah that yeah Death
Um,
Wish right there. So I don't know um maybe they have to go because like Echo, what Echo is still, is he just looking for more intel or like is he still off somewhere? Um.
yeah, they're still looking for Tantus. I take Echo to be doing.
Mhm.
That's and I think that the other character that I could see having an identity crisis and then reaching a point of no return is Wolf. The
Oh,
clone we met earlier in the season who Rex
yeah.
convinced to stand down and let them escape.
Hmm.
You know, maybe we have a clone centered arc the next couple episodes where the Bad Batch isn't really in one of them, is in the other, you know, like sort of what we've done in previous seasons. Um, I could see
Because
something like that. Uh,
initially I thought it was Crosshair when the season first started, like before um we even got any episodes. I thought it would be Crosshair. And now I don't know. It feels like Crosshair's kind of in a pretty comfortable spot.
he's
He's
off the
still
board.
he still kind of needs some. He's still got a little bit of a twitch going on, every now and then. But I don't know. Not an identity crisis. It would
No,
seem
I
that it
think
would
he's
come from
there.
him.
I mean,
Um,
maybe there's some sort of, maybe
his
we
chip's
go
still in
a layer
there.
deeper.
I guess maybe they do play on that, and it could be him. But
Maybe we go a layer deeper. Maybe the Shadow clone, the Shadow Trooper is a perfect clone of Crosshair, but this Crosshair doesn't know that. And then he's introduced to him and he doesn't know if he's the original Crosshair or this Crosshair. And that's the identity crisis.
oh fuck, is the shadow? Is this hand twitch? No, the real Crosshair had the hand twitch, right? Because of the one episode on the ice planet, like, or did that show up?
I'm pretty sure that's new. I'm pretty sure that's a this season thing. I don't think that was a season 2 thing. Maybe it was. I don't know. But
How have I never? The only other person to have like a thing specifically with that hand too, a glove over it, and he always holds it,
yeah, Hemlock. Yeah, good point.
dude. That's a fucking. That might be a clone right there.
Mm,
But if it is, right, if this is a clone and not our Crosshair, it might be the first showing
of a
of like a
transfer of
transfer of
consciousness.
consciousness because he still
Mhm.
has all the memories and everything of Crosshair, and he
Yeah.
is actually like having moments like Crosshair would, and he's like I don't
Mhm.
know, and hmm, oh fuck,
Could be interesting.
oh fuck.
I think, but
He
that's the thing
fought
too, is that
himself, dog. He was fighting
yeah, I mean,
himself.
like, I think that is the most interesting idea for who the Shadow Trooper could be. Um, Definitely better than Tech. I don't want it to be Tech at this point. I think that would suck.
That's way
Um,
cooler. That is way cooler for it to be Crosshair. Oh shit, the
yeah.
hand thing never can, dude. That's weird. Hemlock, and that's never come around ever. Why do they do that for him? Off the moment they created his character, he's always grabbed his hand. He always has that glove on his
Mhm.
hand. Why? It's never come around. It's
Yeah.
just a weird.
Maybe that is a connection
He
of
is
some
just an
sort.
evil guy, and maybe evil guys just always kind of have something to them. But like, it's a weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe
very specific Twitch. That's why I'm like, I
he's very ego to he would put his own. He'd want to make like. I feel like the reason that there would be a connection with the hand is that ideally he wants to transfer his own consciousness one day so he can live forever. Like, sure, I'll work for Palpatine and do all this stuff, but yes, this means that I can live forever too and transfer my consciousness. So, when the time is right, I will take my research for myself. Like, I think he is loyal to Palpatine, but evil is power.
right.
I think eventually when he sees that, he's going to be like, oh, okay. And maybe
Mhm.
he's testing his DNA with clones, transfer of consciousness. Crosshairs this test.
Yeah. No,
And
and that's why I think that and frankly, I'm less keen on the idea that Crosshair is an example of the transfer of consciousness. I think they would have been keeping him in a separate facility. They would have been keeping him secluded, and like he's an important test subject. Um,
hmm,
and it would kind of just undermine the arc that Crosshair has gone on. So I'd prefer not.
yeah.
And that doesn't change the fact that I do think that the Shadow Trooper could be a result of them attempting something like that. And I think it'd be more likely that the Shadow Trooper would be the one who has an identity crisis, or but I don't know. He knocks off Crosshair's helmet. He sees Crosshair. He beats the shit out of Crosshair. So like, I don't know. It's tough to say. But
Hmm. Okay. Wow. Yeah. This I don't know. Not. We're just on Pabu. Asajj came in, came out. That's it. A little bit of Jedi talk. And I
I
don't know.
loved Omega
That's
being like, "You saying that I could be a Jedi?" I loved the excitement that
oh.
sparked within her. That was so cute.
What was the word? Weeping, and it was
Yeah.
for a leaf.
Hmm.
And the Kiner, they put out a tweet making me think Omega's gonna be eaten by or the whole team. I don't know. Why were we on DefCon freaking 1? Or is that how that works? Is that the most,
Yeah, I think that
like,
is
the
the
lower the
highest.
number, or whatever?
Yeah, lower than
What
like
the
DefCon 1. We are in deep shit.
And we got kind of like a very comfortable episode. It was actually like I wasn't
Yeah, no, I mean
weeping.
the Kiner tweet was a bit extreme. I think that reading into it too much. I mean, like we got exactly what they tweeted.
Yes. I guess they weren't the ones who said weeping, right? That was just someone.
No, that was Jennifer Corbett. That was the writer, the main writer on the show, who said she would reveal one word from the script Do with it what you will. Uh,
But if you're revealing one word from a script
you
of
re-
an episode, I don't know.
yeah, and they bait us. They do. They know what they're doing. They
Mm,
always do. It's never. It sometimes it is more meaningful. Sometimes it's not, which is why they're
yeah,
good at what they do. You know.
guess they do want to market the show that they worked on. You know, at the end of the day, it is. That does make sense. And the weeping definitely baits more attention than if they were just to say a weeping flower. You know, if or whatever. Like if I don't know if that's what it was called. Or if it was the weeping tree, maybe.
Yeah, the tree.
Um,
It's something. But yeah, like
but
there's certain things that they can say and they can't say. Like I think what it does strike home that I think is really, really impressive about the showrunners and about this show is that it was more important to the writer to tweet something about weeping than it was to name drop like Jedi as the one word from the script.
hmm,
Like people were like, "Oh, weeping, oh fuck," it wasn't like get excited. This week we mentioned Jedi. It was like weeping, good luck.
it's true. Yeah, it could
And
have.
everyone was like, "Fuck," and I think that that's something cool about the show is that the showrunners understand the audience enough to know that that is as important to them as a Jedi or a
Mm,
Jedi mention or anything like that.
yeah, I don't know. It is very. It feels that at least this is more tight knit, or like more thought, more feeling goes into the
I mean,
Bad Batch.
and
Um,
there's something effective about the fact that I love the little social media community of the Bad Batch Twitter. Like, I think it's really, really cool, and I love the way that the creators interact with people and talk to them and answer their questions to the best of their ability. And they're nice and vague. They know what they're doing. And that's
because
the thing that's really cool about it is those tweets aren't really to market it. They are to
yeah,
fuck
it's
with the people who already love the
because
show,
I
you
know
know?
if I was in their shoes and I was because like
Oh, I was doing
you
the same
gotta
fucking
you
thing.
gotta imagine like a bunch of these people probably are Star Wars fans.
Mhm.
They are very very happy to or to be working on Star Wars, and I know if I would want to say so much, but I know I wouldn't be allowed to. So I would 100% try to drop as much, just like little covert details that I don't know. I would definitely
I
do the
love them,
same.
dude,
So,
and I think that's what's cool is that it's not something they have to do, and it's not something they're doing
mhm.
to market the show because people who follow Jennifer Corbett on Twitter, they like the Bad
If
Batch,
you're yeah,
like, you don't just I don't
that's
think
true.
I like Jennifer Corbett a lot, but it's because I like the Bad Batch, like, that's how I found Jennifer Corbett,
Mhm.
so it's like, nobody is like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, Jennifer Corbett tweeted this," unless they already watched The Bad Batch, which I think is also very cool. Like it is very personal. It is much more tight knit.
Mm.
It's not like The Mandalorian, where that gets millions of more people watching it every week whenever it's on. So it feels so much smaller and so much tighter of a
Yeah.
fandom, and I really, really appreciate that. And that's why, like Star Wars animation, it would be a fucking mistake to let that go. So I loved it. But before we get any further, let's do the plugs real quick. If you would, head to patreon.com/pennybloompod where you'll find over 50 hours of exclusive content, all sorts of book reviews, comic book reviews, movie reviews, and the like. I'm even going to try to start writing about music a bit again. I've been trying to. I've let my music listening habit slip in the last couple years, so I'm trying to get my numbers up and get back into the swing of things. So I'm hoping to write about some music here soon. Um, Over there on patreon.com/pennybloom pod for $3 a month. You can support the podcast financially, which is huge because it costs me money and I don't make any off of it unless it's over there. Head to Twitter, follow at PennyBloomPod, follow on Instagram and TikTok at PennyBloomPodcast. Remember to leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening. It is very, very helpful, both reviewing and downloading. Love both of those things. Uh, don't I would love more reviews. Let us know. Let us know if you like it. Um, And if you don't let me know. I don't want to hear it.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean, please.
Be
I have
mean. I don't like
feelings.
being. I
Um,
do. I do, and we just try to be nice. That's all we try to do. So just be nice back. But yeah. So with that, how any last thoughts here on this episode?
hmm. Yeah, don't, I don't think so. I don't know. That the only I was trying to spin a web maybe with this flower, but I think it was just Asajj just being like, "Yo, gotta leave, go
Yeah,
up,
get the fuck out of here. I got
just
to talk to these boys.
leave. They're gonna want to fight me, and you shouldn't be here for that." I don't think it was. I don't think it was an actual test. I think it
Yeah,
was
and that's
just
what sucks. That's the test she passes.
yeah, and maybe like it was like insurmountable odds, like like this is impossible. There's no way I can do this. And Asajj being
Yeah, she did it. Yeah.
like, come on, well you're wasting time, sort of thing. Like I did kind of like that part of it, but and she had to ask for help, got Batcher to go help her, and Asajj knowing that that tree is up there though, she's just wise, she knows her stuff, but I don't know. It is interesting that in this tree there's a lot of these flowers. They're all green, but then there's the singular white one. Omega picks it. She seems that she's like the one out of the million of of whatever. So it felt very. It could just be that it's written, poetry, it rhymes, whatever, or Asajj is, more purposeful, and it actually was sort of a something there. But
Yeah, no, I
um,
mean, I enjoyed the episode a great deal. It was super comfortable. I loved it. I had a great time. Another one of those nice comfort episodes of the Bad Batch, and one of the nicer turns for Asajj Ventress. She's
yeah.
extremely likable. I loved Crosshair's characterization. He's becoming better and better every week. Ah, fuck, I froze again.
Oh,
God damn,
damn Discord, man.
happened.
Hmm.
Ah, shit. I don't even know what happened that time. I didn't budge. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to be careful and budging my desk too now. Luckily, I have a sturdier table now. It's not my old desk, but it helps a little bit.
All right. Well, y'all are just gonna look at a black screen for a second. I'm trying to fix it, but for those watching on video, which you can now, by the way. Um, but no, I think we got privileged to another great episode. I'm so very happy with what we got, and I'm so excited for what's to come. I think that we're only looking further and further into the future for. I mean, this season's gonna culminate in a beautiful way, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah, and now a different ending that I didn't even think of in the first place. That I think I'm okay with. If it does go there, it'll break my heart. But I don't know. It's one I didn't think of.
You get
Yeah.
shitty quality the rest of the episode. Fuck it.
Hey, it's better than
Um,
nothing. Um,
yeah, my fucking cam. I hate it. It doesn't work. It is what it is. But
but
yeah,
yeah.
no, we're looking for an exciting culmination to the season. I have to say, because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, only 6 episodes left.
Yeah.
2 of them next week.
5 weeks. Yeah, only 5 weeks, and next week we're who knows what we're in for. But the double episodes usually mean something goes down. Something big
Typically, that is
usually
what it
happens.
means.
So and these titles point to that as well. Now I don't want to read too much into them because usually it ends up being something that we're not expecting at all.
Mm.
And I don't know, something just a little bit different, but I don't know. I'm having a great time with the show. It is just it's it's the second best Star Wars show there is. I think it's just that's how it is. Like it's
If
not
you're there,
it's not
yeah,
over yet. I think it's just how it is. I don't
yeah, it
know
would
if
have to flop hard here at the end
yeah.
for me to feel any other way.
I'm trusting
Um,
that they end the show well. I guess I am trusting them there. But as of right now, I think I am there. If they do keep the steam going the way they are. But I'm kind of scared for next week. Not gonna lie. I think it's not. It's I don't know. Maybe the weeping was a little precursor. Like you won't weep now, but just wait for next week. Um, and because I don't know. Seems that some heavy emotional things will occur.
I would imagine so. I imagine so. I don't think we're in for anything light in the weeks to come, as far as just the big beats, you know. Um, but yeah, I loved the show. I love this show. I loved this episode, and it was another goodie. But I don't think I have anything else to say on it. Uh,
I think we are
but
there.
yeah,
Yeah, very simple one.
so we'll be back next week. We'll be back with the double episode, season 3, episodes 10 and 11. I'm very excited to do that one for y'all, and I can't wait to see what it has in store. We'll be back with Winter is Blooming, our Game of Thrones rewatch podcast on Monday, where we will be covering season 8, episode 4. It's the beginning of the end. Um,
April Fools.
oh,
Kind
it's
of
all
funny.
downhill from
Yeah,
here.
kind of funny. It fell on April Fools. The start of the downfall, but um, show's got to end sometime. I guess
Yep,
we had to
yeah,
get
it's
something.
gotta go.
Um,
Yeah, it happened. Happened the way it happened, and we talked about the way it happened over there. Season 8, episode 4 on Monday for Winter is Blooming. If you've watched Game of Thrones, you can rejoice with us as we near the end of
hmm
the shit show at the end there, and that's a super exciting little series of episodes coming up for you. So Monday is Game of Thrones. Next Wednesday, we've got The Green Knight coming up for our Dev Patel actor spotlight, and I'm so very excited for you guys to hear that one. We already recorded it. We watched the movie. We fucking loved it. Comfortable spoiling that for you. You can go ahead and check it out. Check out the movie this weekend. Go ahead and listen to us talk about it next Wednesday, and then go see Monkey Man in theaters here in a week.
hmm
That would be super cool. I hope that one's a huge success because we'll be covering it the Wednesday after to wrap up our Dev Patel spotlight. So Fridays, Bad Batch, Mondays, Thrones, and here on these next couple Wednesdays, Dev Patel. So we're nearing the end of all three of them, and it's kind of bizarre to feel that way. I feel like for several weeks I've been like, this is what we're doing for a while, and now all of them are
hmm
getting closer and
Yeah,
closer to the end here.
it's been so scheduled, and
But
now we're so free. And I don't
I
know.
know
It's
we were
weird.
so structured. Now we get to cover just guys. I'm so excited for the end of April into May. Um, After the Bad Batch concludes, we do nothing but movies Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a good month, and I am so excited for that. I love covering movies, so that's we got a big movie month in May, uh, action movie May, Anya Taylor May. That's what I'm excited for. But
hmm
yeah, uh, with that, I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, peace, love, and bloom, and always praise the Bad Batch.